Wednesday! Hello, hello! Happy hangover from the long holiday weekend evening! So good to see you guys. Thanks so much for coming. We have got an intense booty boot camp today. So our equipment will be pretty simple. What we're going to need is, oh, there's some rain. I've got the door cracked. We got a little ambient rain sound going on out here. So hope you enjoy it, and hopefully it's not too relaxing. All right, so what you're going to need today is a circular resistance band. So we're just talking one of these little guys. Let's all hope that I don't explode this one like the last time we used the circular resistance band and it shot across the room into pieces on me. So I'm down to 2. I think I'm going to have to look into a different brand. Sorry, Skills, not quite cutting it. So circular resistance band is what you're going to need today. Also, if you have a slider available, then you will want to use that. Now, if you don't have the slider, it's not the end of the world. We've talked about some alternatives for the sliders in the past, but you can literally have a sock foot or just a light touch on your toe. Really, we just want to be able to glide our foot back and forth across our working space. So whatever it's going to take for that, you could probably even put like a thin little book, you know, nothing that's going to crumple up, but like a thin little hardback book or paperback book even. I bet that would work just fine. So, circular band, slider. The other thing you're going to need is a chair, sturdy chair, something that could support your weight. We're not going to be standing on it, but we are going to put some weight into it. So a sturdy chair. If you absolutely don't have a sturdy chair, we'll work around that too. Or actually a step will work. So if you are working on a space that has a step close by, you could also make that work. Chair being your number one choice. You can also make a step work as well. All right, and then also we are going to be doing a little bit of balancing. So your sturdy chair might be nice to have close by, just in case you need to grab something for balance. Otherwise, a wall, whatever, countertop, whatever's near you, you just want to have something close by that if you get a little woo, you got something to grab onto. And last, you just need your yoga mat, your flat blanket, whatever it is that makes you feel comfy, cozy on the floor. That's all you're going to do. So go ahead and grab those things if you haven't already. I think I posted it, but it was yesterday during the holiday, so I get it if you didn't see it. I'll talk you through the workout real quick while you're grabbing the equipment. So like I said, it is all booty today. Some very direct and obvious booty, some a little not so direct booty, all booty. So we are working glutes. Yes. We're going to do supersets again like we've done recently. So we're going to do, let's see, 2 exercises each superset. We'll go through that. We'll go through that 3 times, and then we've got a total of 4 sets of exercise. So we're going to go 2 exercises, 3 times through, 2, 3 times through, 2, 3 times through. Okay? All right, so that's what we're doing. Again, we're going to be working for reps, not time. If you do have, bands that are maybe really overstretched, something like that, and you need to go a little longer than the reps I call out, that's fine. You're more than welcome to. We're going to be working in reps of about 10 or so. So you can always just grab a couple extra reps if you need it. Also, if you don't have bands and your bands are, or if you don't have bands, or if you have bands but they're like really overstretched, but you do have a hand weight, you can also use a hand weight in some of these exercises in place. So I'll show you that too. But anyway, so we're working for reps, not time. We're going to try to move a little quickly, just to make sure we don't run over incredibly long, over an hour in our exercise. As always, add music if you need it, or enjoy the lovely sounds of a summer storm outside here. But of course, you're welcome to add your music. I will be checking for Facebook questions between every set, and modify if you need it. We will be doing quite a few things on the floor. I can show you some standing alternatives. I will do my best to remember that, to show you the standing alternatives. And as always, share, share, share. We love to get these exercises and workouts out in front of our friends and families to encourage them to move. I know gyms are starting to open, so you don't necessarily need me, but it can be intimidating for people to start at a gym. So this is a great way to get people introduced to fitness and let them work out at home and feel comfortable. Some people are really embarrassed to start out of the gym, so this is a great way to do it. I can't even see them. It's perfect. So encourage your friends to work out and get moving with you. And as always, if you want to send any donations to me for teaching these classes, you can Venmo me at Strong Style Fit. I also do have a pretty exciting announcement, I think, that I will be holding till the end of class, as long as I remember at the end of class to tell you guys. So definitely stay tuned for what I hope is a really cool announcement. So grab yourself some water, make sure you have your equipment ready. What you're going to need for the first set is bands and a slider disc. All right? Okay, I'm going to grab a drink of water, check Facebook for comments, and then we will get started. Also, if this is too loud, like you can't hear me, leave me a comment and let me know, and I'll shut the door or lower the door a little bit. Okay. All right, I don't see any questions, comments, or concerns, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the band. I'm just going to go ahead and drop my slider down so I've got it. We're going to put the band around our thighs. So you want your band up here around your thighs. They will unfortunately make your thighs do all sorts of weird shapy things. It is what it is, right? All right, so we're going to do some side steps with the band. So I might go in and out of frame a little bit just so I have room to move. But what that's going to look like is we're going to hold low. Gosh, I'm terrified this thing's going to snap. We're going to hold low. We're going to step out to the side and in. So you just want to make sure that you keep that band extended. So you don't want to step in and then all the way together. You want to keep a little bit of stretch in that band. All right, so I'm going to start to the center. We are going to do a total of 20 steps. Move whatever direction you want. Just do me a favor and keep facing the same direction. So you can move left and right, just keep facing the same direction, okay? All right, we're going for 20 steps. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold low into that squat. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, almost there, 18, 19, 20. Awesome. So now we're going to slide that band down like a little pair of pantyhose. We're going to put this slider up here. We're going to do a slider lateral lunge. So I'm going to come off center just a little bit. We're going to put our foot on the disc. The foot not on the disc is going to be our plant leg. Okay? So what that's going to look like, this is just an example, we don't have to start just yet, is you're going to sink down into that squat. So notice I'm still squatting, knees still behind the toes, booty still back. This leg comes out to the side. We're going to stand and drag that leg in. All right? So we're going to work our left booty cheek, right inner thigh. All right, we're going to go for 10, up to 15 if you need it, okay? All right, let's go. 1, 2. Good. Remember, set that booty back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I'm going to go for 12 because why not? 11, 12. Other side. Here we go. Start tall. Sink back. 1. Drag that leg in. 2, 3. How I'm holding my arms is just one option. You can always hold to the front here. 6. Always modify your depth. 7. 8. I'm still having some knee problems myself. 9. 10. I'm going to go to 12 for this one just because I did the other side. But I think I'm going to go to 10 just because my right knee's protesting just a little bit for the next sets. All right, no rest. Right back to that band. There we go. Perfect. All right, I'm going to start off camera so I can move to the side, all right? So hold to that low squat point. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it low. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 4 more. 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, back to those sliders. Moving quickly. All right. Let's go. 10, 9. You may notice I'm barefoot. 8, 7. Really no reason necessarily for that. 6, 5. This was just one I didn't really feel like. 4. I needed shoes for. 3. It's been a hectic day. 2, 1. As I was scrambling to get dressed and get ready and have everything together in time, I thought, shoes, meh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus, I really like these pants. 6, as you can see, they're incredibly long. 7, so I can only wear them. 8, when I'm barefoot. 9, or when I have enough time. 10, to try to fold them up neatly and evenly, and who's got that kind of time on a Tuesday, right? All right, one last set. Put those bands on, up around those thighs. If you really hate them around your thighs, or if they twist and roll on you, you can also put them around your ankles. So get started. 1. Just be careful when you put them around your ankles, and make sure that you're still opening your entire leg. Sometimes when we put them around our ankle, we tend to step out wide with our ankles, but not get our knees to go with us. And that's going to cause some knee pain. So just make sure if you're opening with your feet, your whole leg is open and that wide. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Last set of slider lunges. Go. All right. Let's do this. 9. Really imagine you're dragging up that leg. 2, 8. Because why not work some inner thigh while we're working our booty, huh? 7, 6, 5. Also make sure your slider is staying in line with that foot. Don't let your slider go real far behind or real far out in front. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. All right, let's go. 10, 9. Weight back that heel. 8, back down. All right, grab some water. We're gonna rest for a little bit. Make sure we let those muscles take a little break, just because we're gonna keep hitting those same muscles. So it's not like Saturday when we did all different upper body muscles. We are hitting booty, booty, booty. Now you have quite a few muscles in that area, but working that same spot over and over. So where we're going next, we're gonna be on the floor the entire time. So we're gonna be on hands and knees for the whole set. So just keep that in mind. If you are completely uncomfortable on the floor, I'll show you modification. If you're mildly uncomfortable on the floor, then you might want to put a second mat down if you have it, or double up your mat, just because it's going to be a whole set on hands and knees. Or if you don't have any issues, then don't sweat it. You'll be just fine. All right, I'm going to check for any comments and questions. Also going to just keep an eye on our time too. Make sure I'm mindful. All right. We're looking good. Okay. So where we're going next, I'm going to show you the standing modification. That way you'll know from the start, and then I'll go down to the floor and we'll get started, okay? So don't take this as a start, just showing you standing modification. So the first thing we're going to do is a mule kick, fire hydrant combo. So what that would look like on hands and knees would be mule kick up, fire hydrant out. Mule kick up, fire hydrant out. So you can modify that standing basically by what you just saw. Come to a wall. I'm going to put this leg at 90 degrees. You're going to push back. So not a kick. You're going to keep that leg bent. Imagine you're trying to stamp your heel on the wall. You're going to push back, then open up to the side. Push back, open up to the side. So that's exercise 1, standing modification. Exercise 2 is called a rainbow leg lift. So, standing, we would stand here, kick your foot out to the side, pointed toe. You're going to lift up like you're drawing a rainbow with that toe and tap it behind. Now, if you want to keep your body facing the floor, I'm just turning to talk to you. I'll show you one without a turn at all. So kick up and out, up and over. Okay, so that's your standing modification. All right, so you can do the mule kick, fire hydrant with the band, or since we're not using a band for the rainbow, it might be easier if you have a hand weight, like a 5 pound, 7 pound, to tuck it into the crook of your knee. That's what I'm going to do so I don't have to kick the band off and on. So if you want to do that, grab yourself a hand weight real quick, or just use your band, whichever one you want to do. I'm going to opt for the hand weight. All right, so come down to hands and knees. If you're using the weight, you're going to tuck it in the crook of your knee. If you're using a band, you're going to have it wrapped around your thighs. Okay? So you've already seen the standing modification. What this looks like is we're going to flex that foot. We're going to push up like we're stamping our foot on the ceiling. And then we're opening up like a doggy peeing on a fire hydrant. You want to keep both of your hip points pointing down to the floor. So you don't want to flare those hips open as you move. Hips stay down. We're going to do 10 each leg. All right, let's go. 1, 2, really squeeze that booty at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep those hips pointed down. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Switch to the other leg. I'll spin around just so you can see. There you go. And just make sure that you have your head looking a little slightly out in front of you. Don't have your head drop down looking at your knees. I'm really bad about that, so I'm saying that because I was noticing I was doing it myself. All right. 10, 9, 8, 8. Squeeze that booty. There. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. I'm going to see. I don't know if I can hold the 10-pound dumbbell on the crook of my knee, but I might try. All right, so now we're doing those leg rainbows. So what that looks like here is we're going to kick our foot out to the side, lift like we're drawing a big rainbow, and touching down behind us. So imagine there's a crayon on your big toe. You're lifting up and over. Again, keeping those hips pointed down towards the floor as much as possible. It might crank up just a little bit, but you just don't want this big, wide open hip, okay? All right, let's get going. I'm gonna scoot out so I don't kick my equipment. All right, let's go. 10, 9, 8, hold that core tight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Other side. Whew. This is one of those where I feel like I'm being very graceful, and then I'm sure I'm going to go back in the video and be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? All right, let's stand just a little bit. All right, let's go. Oop. Maybe scoot forward. There. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, right back to it. I'm gonna do that fire hydrant mule kick. I'm gonna try with this 10 pounds. I might be a little overzealous, but we'll give it a shot, right? Nobody's watching except for everyone who ever watched this video. All right, let's go. 8. Ooh, I'm sweating in my eyeballs. 7, 6, 5, 4. Stamp that foot right to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. All right, other leg. Not as graceful to move a 10-pound weight from one leg to the other, that's for sure. All right, let's go. 10, 9, 8. Squeeze that booty at the top. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. We've got those rainbow leg lifts. Scoot. Try to leave myself enough room. All right, so we start with that foot out to the front. We lift up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, keep that gaze out in front. 5, know you're like, yeah, maybe not, Tracy. That's very normal. All right, kick it out to the side. Let's go. 10, 9. Remember, keep those hip points down to the ground. 7, 6. My sweat must be exceptionally salty today. 5. My eyes are on fire. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Woo. Oh, my eyes are on fire, guys. Woo-wee. I must have had some salty foods coming out of my sweat today. All right. Last set. Fire hydrant mule kicks. We got 10. All right, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, core tight. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Guys, if you're having any issue being on your hands for this long, you can also try being up on knuckles and see if that helps take some of that pressure out of your wrist. All right. Tuck that weight or get that band. All right, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Just one set of rainbows left, guys. Okie doke. Here we go. Getting that tabletop. Shoulders strong, pushing up out of those hands. Wide, wide fingers. Toe out to the side. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Other side. Last set. Make some more sweat drips over here. You gotta keep it even, you know? All right. Last set. That toe points out. Imagine you've got a crayon sticking out of that big toe and you're drawing the biggest, prettiest rainbow you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't be surprised if you're feeling a little bit of that planted leg. 2, 9, 10. Woo! All right. Good job, guys. Woo. All right. That's set 2 of 4. Knocked down. And I am just dripping. I think we get that steamy rain humidity coming too. That's all right. I have clearly shown I'm not afraid of a little sweat, right? All right. So we're going to take a nice little break. Your knees feel a little stiff from being hung so long. Take some time, walk around, get them loosened back up. Our whole next set's going to be standing, so our knees are going to break as far as putting pressure, and we're going to be a totally different type of booty work, okay? So for this set, we're not doing anything fast, still taking another minute. And this is where you're going to want that balance object, either the chair, the wall, whatever it is. I'm also going to take a little bit of time to set both of the exercises up, because one, maybe both, will be new to you possibly. So just want to make sure you feel set up for success. We'll consider that kind of part of our break. So I'm going to take another drink of water. I'm going to come check for comments, and then I'll give you demonstrations on both exercises before we get going. So just so you feel comfortable, again, since I think these might be new. So one more drink for me, check comments, and then I'll give you your instruction. Whew. All right, so what we are going to do is going to be, the first exercise is a warrior 3 to a lunge. I think I might have incorporated this into one workout, but we've done about 20 now, so you may not have seen it. So if you're familiar with warrior 3, warrior 3 is a yoga pose. Warrior 3, generally, I'm going to show you from the side, and I'm not going to tell you I have the most beautiful warrior 3 ever, and hopefully my balance is on point today, so I'm going to try to show you without any balance. Warrior 3 has several different arm variations, but the leg, the standing is always the same. So we're going to shift all of our weight to one foot, have all of our weight there. We're going to keep our hips facing forward, hands on hips we'll start with, and we're going to tip forward like you're making a human T. So that's a warrior 3. Your arms for warrior 3 can be here, they can be here, or they can be here. So you've got lots of variations, or just on your hips. So that's warrior 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in a lunge here. Really imagine your power is in your left leg. It's where all this power is going to come from. It's where you're going to balance to. So we're going to start in a lunge. We're going to push out of this right foot as we transfer our weight to our left. So we're going to go lunge, push, warrior 3. Lower back into a lunge. Push up, warrior 3. More balance than that, okay? So because this is a slow, controlled movement that might be really tough for you, we're only going to do 5 on each leg, okay? If we feel, no, we're going to leave it at 5, just to be safe. Then we're going to do roundhouses. So I've talked a little bit about my background, Taibo, kickboxing, cardio kickboxing, contact kickboxing, my favorite things. So roundhouse is a great kick to work your booty and your hip. You just have to be a little mindful of some positioning. So we're not going to be kicking anything. We're not going to be moving as far as our feet. We're going to have one planted foot and one kicking foot. So hopefully you get this pretty quickly, especially since you're not hitting anything, you don't have anything to be afraid of. So let's pretend we're going to kick with our right. We're going to take our left toe, and instead of have it facing forward, we're going to turn our left foot almost to 90, real close to 90. What that does is that opens up our hip right away, because what you need for a roundhouse are wide open hips. That sounds kind of dirty, but it's okay. So we're going to have this knee turned out, toes turned out, weight is here, hips are open. So you see both my hip points are facing the camera, toe facing out here. So now my hips are open. I'm going to rock that weight over to one leg, pick my knee up, kick my foot out, set it down. Up, kick, down, up, down. Perfect. So that is a roundhouse. You're working your obliques, you're working that booty, you're working that leg, all in one pop movement. So I'll let you decide how you want to move through it. You can move slow and controlled to really work on that balance and burn that booty. Or if you want to play with some power, pow, you can snap it. Totally up to you. I'm gonna work somewhere in the middle. All right, so I think that's enough chat. We're all set up. We've got our demonstrations, so let's go right to it, okay? All right, and actually, I'm gonna check the timer one time just to make sure we're okay. Beautiful. Yep, we are looking good. All right, so we've got our warrior 3 lunge. Let's start with our left leg forward. We want a big, proud lunge. So we're gonna be low. Let's go ahead and set ourselves up, hips facing forward. Imagine power in that left leg. You're pushing your right. Transfer everything forward. All right, let's go. So we're gonna go down, push, forward, lower. That's 1. Push, 2. Lower back to that lunge. Push, 3. Lower. Push, 4. Beautiful. Lower. Last one. Push. 5. Lower. Beautiful. I'm going to switch to a side position just so you can see what it looks like from the side too, okay? So let's go to our right. So remember, square hips. Our initial push comes from that back leg. All the power drives through this thigh, okay? All right, let's go. Push. 1. Push. Whoop. Clearly my balance is not as good on this side today. 2. Push. 3. Push. 4. Last one. Push. 5. Good. So you should have felt some burn in that booty cheek. That's a lot of controlled, slow movement. You want to try to move as slow as you can, not just flop into it and back. It's all about that control. That's where the work comes from. Okay, so let's do that roundhouse. So, pro tip, you're always going to have one side that the roundhouse is like, what? If you've never done it before, okay? So don't be freaked out if you do one side, feel like a Bruce Lee master, and then do the other side and you're like, clearly never kicked anything in my life. It's totally normal. All right, so we're gonna flare that hip open, toes pointed out, weight shifts over, pick up, kick out, 1, 2, 3, hold that belly tight, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I like to challenge myself to see if I can kick out and bring it back in, set it down. It's sort of separate movements. It's just a control thing, a balance thing, okay? Feel free to play with it. All right, weight transfers to this leg. 1, 2, 3. In case you haven't noticed, this is my dumber leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. If it doesn't hurt your neck, it's also good practice to look the direction you're kicking. Because if you were to imagine that you were trying to kick something, you need to look at your target, right? So it's a good practice just to kind of look the direction you're kicking. If you can't, or if you're like, Tracy, that is too much, I'm learning far too many things right now, don't worry about it. All right, so let's do that left warrior 3 lunge. I'm going to do the left side from this direction, just because I did it the other way the first time. All right, so down to that left lunge. Remember, initial push through here, all the weight, all the balance, all the power in that left. All right, let's go. 1. Lower, slow. 2. Slowly. 3. Good. Control it. 4. Last one. 5. Good. All right, other side. So, balanced hips always. Even though we're moving, you can pick, your spot. So where I'm here, I'm focusing at the camera. When I start to push up, I pick something about halfway, look at that till I'm past that, and then boom, pick another spot on the floor. So even though you're moving, you can pick spots to be your drishti, your focal point. It will help tremendously with balance. All right, right side. Let's go. Push. Down. Slowly lower. 1. Shouldn't hear that back foot. Just barely touch the ground. 2. 3. 4. Whoop. And we all lose it sometimes, right? 5. Good. All right. I'm feeling some awesome burn. Like right through that hamstring, up through that booty. All right. Roundhouse time. Flare that toe. Think open hips. Shift that weight forward onto that planted leg. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Look to your target. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now height, you don't have to look to kick the top of your ceiling, or even I think I'm about at a T. It's your flexibility. More than anything, it's flexibility and how wide, how open your hips are and how loose your hips are. So if your roundhouse is here, your roundhouse is here. That's fine. Just make sure you keep that proper form. I don't care how high your kicks are. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome work, guys. Love roundhouses. I gotta tell you, I'm not sure much is more satisfying than a big firm on a bag with a roundhouse. I gotta tell you, I love it. All right, warrior 3 lunge. Last set. So start low in that lunge. Push. Drop it forward. Bring it back. You want to keep those hips square through the whole motion. Push. Don't let your hips flare open here. 2. 3. 4. Last one. 5. Good job. All right, other side. Whew. Also, you want to try, I know this is easier said than done, when you push up and you're on this plant leg, try not to lock it back super hard. Leave just a little bit of bend in that leg. I know it's easier said than done. Just a goal to work on. You shouldn't hurt anything by doing it a few times. But if you are consistently do these in your exercise and consistently lock that knee back, it's going to cause a little bit of problem, okay? All right, last 5. Let's go. 2. 3. Last 2. Slow and controlled. You got it. Last 1. Good job. Yes. Booty. Talking. Love it. Good. So I hope you enjoyed that little set. That was really an homage to 2 of my favorite things, which are on very far sides of the spectrum, and that would be yoga and kickboxing. While we cool off, catch our breath, I'll tell you all of my beginning workout and exercise was very aggressive. Like kickboxing, anything that was just strong, really aggressive is the best way I can think of it. Because you are working out, demons in your head, stress, problems, issues, you're working it out. So I was just really needing to let that go. In my exercise, I didn't even really know what, but it just felt so good. And a couple years in, somebody damn near insisted I try yoga, and I was like, my direct quote was, I don't need inner peace, I need outer violence. That was my quote, right? And he was like, oh, that means you need it even more. So I was convinced to give it a shot, and it was a really stressful time. I had transitioned to human resources, which was new and overwhelming, and I was working crazy amounts of hours, and I was just completely felt out of my league, and it was a crazy time. And that first yoga class, man, I sat in the back after it was over and cried. I just lay on my mat and cried because it had just done so much for me. Like, it was cool physically, it was engaging, but mentally it was so much more. And it was just exactly what I needed. And I had the greatest instructor, and I will preach her praises to Lacey. If I could ever introduce you to a Lacey class, I won't give her last name just for privacy issues, but I'm happy to connect. Just amazing and incredible instructor, and I give her all the credit for my love of yoga. So anyways, just while we cool down, thought I'd give you a little entertainment and explain a little bit about me and my workout journey. So last set of exercises, we will be completely on the floor. You're going to need a resistance band, and this is where you're going to need your sturdy chair. And I want you to bring your sturdy chair right up to where you're going to exercise. So I want you to bring your sturdy chair right up to the edge of where you're exercising from. You are going to have your mat out, I would assume, since you're working on the floor. So I want you to bring your chair right up to that, because we're going to be using the front end of the chair and a resistance band, okay? All right, I'm going to take one more drink, check comments, check time. This is our last set, so I'm sure we're grooving perfectly on time. And we'll get started. Oh yeah, all right, perfect. So with this one, we can actually leave our band on the whole time. We're not going to use the band per se in our second exercise, but it won't be in the way either, so that's convenient. All right, so we're going to put the band around our thighs again in that oh so flattering position. All right, so we're going to do clamshells. I am positive that almost anyone who's done any fitness ever has done a clamshell, or if you have been in rehab or physical therapy, I'm sure you have probably done a clamshell before. But I want to make sure you get it set up right. We won't spend a ton of time on it, but form is always foremost. So we're going to come to our side, start with the upper body. You're going to be up on your elbow, nice tall shoulder. You don't want to be collapsed down into that elbow. If you have no other choice when you're on your elbow than to collapse down, I want you to come down like this, okay? Either way, if this is uncomfortable, you can even come all the way down like you're taking a little nap. It's really not that important. The only thing I don't want to see is this. Okay? All right, so we've got our knees bent. We want our feet in line with our booty. Heels stacked, tucked together. We open our knees. When you open, you should feel this little pinch right here along that booty cheek, okay? All right, so we're gonna do a little more than we have been. We've been doing about 10 of our reps. We're gonna do 15 of our clamshells, okay? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't speed through it. Stay at my pace. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, swing it around to the other side. Again, stack those heels tall through your shoulder. 10, 9, 8. We're actually doing 15, but just go with it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't stop at 1. 1. Got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now we're going to use our chair. So we're going to lay on our backs. Might take a moment to find the perfect position. So we're going to lay on our backs. We're going to enjoy that for a moment. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. All right, so we're going to put our foot on the edge of the chair. This foot is going to come up. This is just practice, are going to push through this foot, squeeze through this glute to lift that leg up. So if you'll notice, this leg is staying straight. I'm not kicking that leg to get momentum. And in fact, this band is a nice reminder to keep these legs side by side. So I want you to imagine you're pushing through your foot, but also squeezing through that butt cheek to lift up. We're going for 10. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Woo, squeeze that booty. 3. Went just for a sec. 2. 1. Nice. Other side. Remember, we're not kicking for momentum. That leg stays straight. Right. Scoot just a little. All right. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! I noticed too, I felt a little wilder on that second side than I did the first side. But you know what? It's all right. We just work to straighten out those imbalances, right? Just recognize them, work a little harder at it. All right. We got our clamshells, heels in line with our booty, feet stay locked together. We open. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. You can also do these seated. If something's keeping you from being on the floor, or if you've just been on the floor too darn long and you need off, you can sit in that sturdy chair, keep one leg planted, and open the other out to the side. Okay, so that's your seated option. All right. Feet lined up, knees stacked, shoulder tall. 15, 14, 13, 12. Squeeze in that booty. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Whew. Guys, if you don't have music on, and you happen to just be working out in the quiet like me, we have an owl. There he was. You might be able to hear him. He's got big loud whoos. All right. Let's get ourselves set up. We're going to kick that foot up. If you don't have a sturdy chair, you can just do it from here and push up. All right. Like I said, it takes a little trial and error. Find where you want to be. Whew. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hug those legs together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. Woo. Okey doke. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, guys. All right, one more trick through, and then we're all done. All right, got those clamshells. Take a sec, unroll your band if it's gotten all rolly on you. Whew. There we go. All right. Here we go. Tall through that elbow and shoulder. Heels stacked in line with booty. We open. 14. Really squeeze it open. 12. Don't just sling your leg open. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, other side. Go. Last set of clamshells. Let's do it. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Set of our hip bridges. Elevated hip lifts. Let's keep that band on. I think it's an awesome reminder to keep those legs together. I just keep saying all the most like anti-suggestive stuff. To keep those legs in line so you're not swinging one leg for momentum. There we go. That's a little better. All right. Whichever leg you want to start on. Let's kick that other leg up. We push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, that band. Oh, woo. Whew. Yes, fantastic work Tuesday. I am sweaty. My whole mat is wet. Wow. All right, so that was our booty boot camp with some new things included. So again, didn't go for all the obvious kills in the booty exercise department. Went for some more, just different variations, things that you might not think of, like those Warrior 3 lunges, roundhouse kicks. Again, just continuing to explore all the options that we have in fitness, and that there really is something for everybody. So don't be afraid. If there's something that you don't like, don't think that there's anything wrong with you, or that you can't exercise, or you can't be into fitness. Find what you like. It's all about finding what you like. So what if everybody loves to run and you hate to run? That's okay. You don't have to run. Plenty of other options. So thank you so much for joining me. I did want to announce that as of today, I have started a YouTube channel for Strong Style Fitness. So I'm going to work on uploading all my videos from Facebook over to YouTube. They will remain on Facebook, but I'm thinking, ideally, at some point soon, I will start broadcasting live from YouTube instead of Facebook. I just know so many people have kind of turned against the idea of Facebook, sort of myself included. So YouTube just seems like such a better way to reach everybody. It doesn't matter what your social media preference is. You can subscribe to me there, and I'm just really excited about the idea. So it'll be a work in progress. It does take a long time to upload these like hour-long plus videos, so it won't happen overnight, but I'm going to continue to work on it, and I'll let you know once it's ready to go. So super excited about that. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please continue to share my workouts on your Facebook page. I really appreciate those who do. It means a lot to me. I wish I could tell you thank you every time, but I don't see it, so I can't, but just please know I appreciate you so much. If you care to Venmo, any donations for these workouts, at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me. Looks just like my logo, and I sure would appreciate it. Everybody that has been so kind, and I really, really do appreciate your donations. So thank you so much. I plan to see you on Saturday. If you have any recommendations for what you'd like to do, just let me know. Otherwise, I will see you then.